She said she gon' pass it over. Come on. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm on them antidepressants. We feeling good today. Maybe I'm gon' give her some attention. This lady batshit crazy, yeah, she want me no protection. Pause. I ain't gonna do none of that shit. Just grab my meat, I ain't taking no pic. She tap my name right under her lip. Look at these flames in front of ice. I need a peacoat. Yeah, I just have but call me Nemo. Keep it
Collect any loose assets you find and secure the crystal. Proceed when you're ready.
I'm on them antidepressants. We feeling good today. Watch me make an entrance. Yeah, I'm the shit today. Antidepressants. Antidepressants. Watch me make an entrance. Yeah, I'm the shit today. Really bust down, my pants down in a penthouse downtown with a real nice view. Got my own 10 bits, big business, the shizness, talking about blue. Peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat. She wanna get the dick of me, I'm baby, no polygamy. I grab a girl, she groovy with the hell and it's a man that she try to give me sloppy, toppy on the mezzanine. I whip it in with a bagel, then she open sesame. Walk out 20X from the Nino. Costco, hot all day, yeah, she deep throat. Me and the keys, let's hit that bingo. I'm on them antidepressants. We feeling good today. Watch me make an entrance.
Reminder to personnel. Do not attempt to board any of the expedition submarines. Whatever you had to leave behind is not worth going back down and dying for. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm the shit today. Someone said pussy bad for me. She said she gon' pass it over.
I mean, we have 3 viewers at this point. I don't know if it's...
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, we got 3 viewers, that's what it says.
yeah.
One of them is a bot.
I'm on them
One of them is me, and one of them is probably you.
baby, I'm gon' give her some attention. This lady batshit crazy, yeah, she want me no protection. Pause. I ain't she tell my name. One, two, like, look at these flames in front of ice. I need a peacoat. Yeah,
HQ to security personnel. We've got a problem with the exterior personnel funnel C. Please respond to terminate the stragglers causing disturbance. Thank you.
I'm on them antidepressants. We feeling good today. Watch me make an entrance. Yeah, I'm the shit today. Antidepressants. Antidepressants. Watch me make an entrance. Yeah, I'm the shit today. Really bust down, my pants down in a penthouse downtown with a real nice view. Got my own 10 bits, big
I'm gonna increase my sensitivity because it's picking shit up more.
peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter
Okay, how about this?
jelly with a baseball bat.
That's better.
She wanna get the dick of me, I'm baby, no polygamy. I grab a
Got you.
hell and it's a man that she try to give me sloppy, toppy on the mezzanine. I whip it in with a bagel,
Got you now.
walk out 20X from
Take this.
Costco, hot all day, yeah, she deep throat. Me and the keys, let's hit that bingo. I'm on them antidepressants.
Getting a reading.
Feeling good today. Watch me make an entrance. Yeah, I'm the shit today. Antidepressants. Antidepressants. Watch me make an entrance. Yeah, I'm the shit today.
I see him again. Stand back.
Yeah, I'm the shit today.
Down there. Eyes on the prize.
Baby, no money, got money, I'm a paradise. 3 scoop, creatine, steam room, you can have 3 bathhouses.
Yep.
Separate top 3 short kings in the squad like Eric.
As I'll ever be.
You off, I'm on, it's the circle of life. I'm top my shit, yeah, I'm crossing the line. Yeah, I'm BBNO, one of a kind.
Empty box.
Zero, bro, make a typo. My girl got a girl, she a nympho.
Hey guys,
Sorry.
it's so funny. I can't move my neck. It's so Hey guys. Hello, Silly Steelers. And hi. Welcome to the first episode of. This isn't the first. Welcome to the 10-year anniversary of the Magma Podcast, everybody.
It's been 10 years already.
Yeah. Jesus, man. I'm getting old.
Time flies.
It does. I can't move my neck.
You know there's a keybind for that, right?
Is there?
Like, you can change it in the config so that you can control your character.
Oh. What do I do? Oh. Wrong way. Wrong way.
Look at that, yeah.
You get my flashback going.
That's so much better.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. What are we doing here?
No, we're talking about. You're just talking about stuff, you know.
Just talking about some
You know my manners. Let me introduce you to our lovely audience. This is actually the first live episode of a Magma podcast that we've ever done.
Second live episode.
This is the second live episode of what's it called? A Magma podcast. Yeah. So this is a very special episode for me. This is the first one I've done without usernames are hard. Bless her soul.
Yeah, she died a while ago, right?
Don't remind me. Anyways, where are my manners? This.
And like, some guy made a cheese or something.
Anyways, we're not gonna talk about that. I don't want to crawl on camera again. Where are my manners? This esteemed guest is. That's your cue to say your name.
Oh, shit, my bad. I'm extra number one.
Yeah, that's extra number one. Our.
I've also been called various things. Something about the bus driver from Happy Wheels or something, I don't know.
Oh, that was you?
Yeah, sure. I played in the Hunger Games. I'm kind of a big deal.
Dude, you were in the Hunger Games? How was that?
Dude,
Hold on,
I
let's talk
really
about
was in the Hunger Games, alright? It was really important. You know, I had this huge role. I had like a whole scene. Scene, and I had like a speaking part, and then they cut it out. And it really pissed me off.
Wow. Hunger Games.
But I was still a very pivotal character in my opinion.
No, I do remember that actually. I remember going with some people to go see the Hunger Games. You know, it was very nice actually. Yeah. I remember seeing you.
Really?
I don't.
It was, yeah, I figured, you fucking asshole.
Yeah, fuck. Anyways,
This is why user chose to sacrifice yourself.
if you were a part of a sandwich,
Yeah, I would be the fucking poison.
you'd be poison? Poison?
No, I would be the bread.
You'd be the bread.
I would be a third thing of bread right in the middle.
Oh, like like a Big Mac does it stuff, yeah.
No, I mean like just like a slice from like a loaf of bread you buy at the store.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, well no, cause like it's a sandwich, right? And so you already have two of those. Unless you're making your sandwiches with fucking burger buns, and then you're weird. But we get, two of those, and you just put it right on the outside of another piece of bread.
I'd be the ketchup.
Yeah, you seem the type. Mustard, ketchup,
Is that a joke? Is that a joke?
You tell me. Yeah, why ketchup?
What?
What?
Am I missing something
So
here?
if you had the chance, right? If you had the chance, to have unlimited bacon, right, but no more games, or games, unlimited games, but no more games, what would you choose?
That's a hard one, actually. Now that I think about it. Oh, geez, that's a hard one.
I don't know, it seems pretty straightforward to me.
If it were up to me, I pick the games.
Right. Like, unlimited games, but no games.
Yeah, but you get unlimited games. Whoa.
Yeah, but also there's no games.
Fuck. Yeah, you're right. Well, let me get my
Let's
big
stop
list of
stealing other
questions.
people's bits and get our own, for fuck's sake.
Jesus, yeah, man, it's bad. Put that away.
Yeah,
Can't have
my
that.
bad.
Can't have that.
I stole it from the store on the way here.
You can't have that.
Okay, my bad. I'll stop stealing,
Yeah, you better.
even though it's free.
I don't have a laugh track. Can someone? Can we get a laugh track over there?
Yeah, wait, hold on, let me see.
Can we get a laugh track over
Get
there?
my laugh track going, hold on.
Someone on the team get a laugh track, please.
Chicken jockey!
Oh Jesus, that's not it.
Let me see. Let me see.
The fuck?
Let me laugh track.
You see that? Oh, never mind.
No. That was interesting. I didn't see it.
Oof.
That's not it.
Oh Jesus, come on.
That's not it.
Don't play any copyrighted noises, by the way. I'd cry.
Yeah. Is this one?
Oh, get off of me!
That's not it.
That's not it. No, he can't do that one.
I can't do that one.
Huh?
I said I can't do that one.
Huh?
Let me break it down.
Oh.
You ever wonder what happened? Big old red ones.
What it does?
You ever wonder what?
They don't have a fucking laugh track in the default.
Monster. You goddamn monster.
Wait,
What's
I go to sound
that?
effects.
Does anyone behind the camera like have any laugh tracks? By the way.
They might. Let me.
Yeah, you. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, wait, hold on. Here, play it. Here, we'll put it through the filter too, because it's fine. Let me see.
What the hell is playing right now? That's definitely not.
That was just one. That was.
Here, let me turn on some better music for the audience really quick. Maybe we could listen to some edamame. Edamame.
You surely have questions, at least, like.
Oh yeah, about you as an extra, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. In the hold on, let me grab my big book of of questions.
This remind you of anything?
Don't fucking look at me. Don't do that. Anyways,
Does it trigger bad face or something. What was that question gonna be?
Yeah, since you're an extra for Silly Steel, what act?
No, I'm
What?
not in the server.
Wait, why are we interviewing you? Why were you interviewing you again?
Right? You know, that's a good question. I can't fucking hold character this entire time. I've been so close to laughing so much, my face hurts. It hurts.
You can't say that in my chat. Don't say that. Let's say that in my chat. Thank you, Target, for the Twitch Prime. Okay, I'm going back. Okay. Fucking pets everywhere, dude. Fuck my life. Let's see if this is still there. Yeah, we could do the interview. Anyways, welcome back to the interview. What? Nah, that's fine. We could keep going. Okay. I ran out of questions. I ran out of questions. Oh, okay. Where are you? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. No. Ask away. Oh, I'm very thrilled about that. Yeah. It's been it's been way too long being alone just in this house. Yeah, no, it's been bad. I deal with it though. Not officially. I hope to do so soon. I plan to ask her pretty soon. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, it's gonna be excuse the pun, all sunshine and rainbows, I guess. What? What do you mean? Well, I've dealt with goths before. Yeah, not fun. Not fun. I don't think I've had a single good experience with any of them since ever. Yeah, it's really refreshing. Yeah. Yeah. Is she? Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, it's. I'm really happy about that. I'm really happy about that. Um. So, I recently talked to Extra Number One, as as you guys know. Um. Kind of a hard person to read overall. And that doesn't really do anything, but I guess that's what happens when you're an extra. I guess that makes sense. So very hard to hear as well. You know, kind of rude. I'll be honest. Yeah, very interesting. Yeah. Well, you know like the overall what's it called? Oh shit, what's it? You know, like when you're in front, huh? You know, when you're in front of a camera, you know, you're you're often different than you are off camera. You know. Yeah, I think it's a lot like Schlatt. Yeah, you know, if you look at like like you see how like Schlatt interacts with like Astrocyst, Mika, Panda. You know, I'm sure it's completely different off camera. You know. Shout out Sleep Deprived podcast. Off camera, not a lot. No. No. I mean, first impressions go a long way. That's the thing, you know. Believe it or not, I didn't, honestly. Like, not at all. Huh? Huh? Where? No, what? Oh, yeah, yeah. Biggest challenge. So, I dropped my key. Hold on. Probably intercom system going not doing too hot. Yeah. Yeah, but challenge. I don't. Since this is actually my first relationship, I'd say probably dealing with a god. I'll be honest. Most relationships I've been in have been kind of one-off things. I'll be honest. Yeah. Uh, like it I feel it, then it's fleeting. Yeah. Like if I can name one, I don't think I can remember one actually. Now that I think about it, but it's from what I remember, it's fleeting. You know. Really? Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, I do like the travel a lot. I stopped for a while, cause I had a not parental issues, but I had to be a parent, for my kids. I stopped in order for to deal with that. I'm only traveling now recently due to my schedule being really, really freed up since then. So, what do you mean? Yeah, I have kids. What do you mean with? No, I stole them. So, I'll only explain one for right now to avoid legal trouble. But basically, I found one. I think on the side of a road. I think is either that or Yeah, no, I don't remember it exactly. I'll be honest, but it was something like I think one was an orb, and I just took it. Yeah, no, an orb. Yeah, and parenthood. So before I was a parent, I led a mobile task force team for. Yeah, yeah. So I'd say it's really similar to that. It's a lot of discipline. It's a lot of making sure the lesson gets in there. A lot of training. You know. No, no, not at all. No, not a parental figure in any way to the task force. That would be weird. Yeah, I'd say so. I had some previous quote unquote experience back in my days. If you no, you probably haven't seen it. Back in my days, like in the early cognition days, you yeah, yeah, in early cognition days, I did take a sort of leadership position. Uh, a guiding figure maybe, but in the task force, I didn't really. No, it's okay. Don't worry. I don't know what's going on behind me. Hold on. Can the camera pan to the? Anyways, I'm gonna delete this VOD later. Um, is that TOS? Is that actually TOS? Can someone search that up? is our drawings of him specific. Peni? Monster? Like it. Yeah, I'll download it. Yeah, don't worry about it yet. Yeah, what was the question again? Sorry. Ray Stars, right? Yeah. Yeah, Ray was a good friend of mine back then. I met her back back in W-1 if I remember correct. Yeah, W-1 or the old. Yeah, it's since Cognition was formed at pretty much at that time, that was the first world. So W-1 is as what. Well, there's definitely worlds that I've visited, but they were before Cognition's what's it called? Creation. Yeah, yeah, like BCE, you know, or yeah, BC, yeah. Uh, I would if I were to write about them on, if I were to write about them, it would probably be in like -1, you know. Like -1, -1, -2, and W-0 would be my homeworld, basically, or where Cognition is currently located. So, yeah, W-0. So, my homeworld? Yeah, or at least what I consider home. I've what I would consider home, basically. Hello? Oh, no, it's a lot more spherical. There's a lot more, you know, curves, you know. There's a lot more, like, let's say, no, you could say that, yeah. Yeah. Oh, Alchemro. Oh, I haven't seen that guy in a heck of a long while, I'd say. Yeah, Alchemro. I don't remember doing that. I'll be honest, but oh, he was living in. Sorry, I'm mishearing things. He was living in a cage. Cave. Oh, I thought you. I was like, oh, I didn't lock this guy in a cage. What? But so, I think he was kind of living. He was researching something, but that was cut really short by the repurposing or rewriting or whatever. Yeah, to repurpose. Yeah, that was Bluke. Yeah, with Bluke. No, it was cheese technically, actually. So cheese is a like which cheese? Like the one from like specifically the quote unquote tube worlds as their names? Well, there are more cheeses, but I know, but this specific cheese is the one that pertains to the story, you know? So, I met this cheese very early into my arrival into the old world, or W-1, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I could do that. So, Yeah, I very early into my career I met Cheese when I arrived there. It was basically like pretty immediate. I arrived at Spawn. I went into a direction and found Bluke Co. And Cheese was just willing to hire me. You know. I think he was described as Bluke's right hand man, kind of. You know. No, you don't. It was a very old school company, you know. I think that's a really good question, actually. I think they were originally named the Dutch East India Company, if I'm correct. Yeah, I think really very much. I mean, a lot of things were stolen there, I guess you could say. Especially it's a tea company, but you know, well, that's besides the point. Uh, but yeah, I met Cheese very early on. We got along really, really well until the Paranormal Investigative Services of Stasistan was established, and because of the total secrecy rule that, yeah, the Paranormal Investigative Services of Stasistan. I know. Yeah. Anyways, I don't like to dwell on that often, but no, yeah, it's a very crude name, but yeah, what are you gonna do about it? So yeah, I'm very glad we rebranded the next world though. So yeah, rebranding. Well, we can talk about him later, but she's you know, no, yeah, don't worry about it. So cheese was a very so I don't know how you have the website. I don't know how extra number one has the website. That's not supposed to. No, no, the website is very much in development, and no, no. Why would It's a secret organization. Why would I do that? Oh, don't get me started on Plur, dude. Uh, so Father Plurixity, second, I think pretty much like after everything at Blue Code got settled, after I got my name tag, you know, after I got settled in, I began, you know, the grind to, you know, get as these worlds go, the grind to get like netherite or diamond, you know. I began that grind. In my case, it was netherite. So during a netherite trip, I got a crow delivered cross dimensionally. I don't know. I still don't know how they do this. Cross dimensionally with a bundle, you know. Yeah, into the nether. Yeah, and deep underground as well. It was crazy, but yeah, it is. You know, you don't see that a lot nowadays. But so rebirth was a code word. Activation code actually is a proper term for it. Uh, Used by Father Plur for skulk sleeper agents. I So the skulk was a is a threat that basically it's an infection upon a world that unfortunately is a constant with these versions of worlds. Everything throughout the entirety of Tube, throughout the entirety of like these types of worlds, you know, things like the, you know, places where you Minecraft. You know, I labeled them Minecraft worlds. Yeah, I Minecraft. So yeah, of course, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Things are more like rounded, you could say. Like not exactly all spheres, but think. I mean, technically, if you want to get into the logistics of things, like things are all made out of spheres, also known as atoms, I guess you could say. So everything's like spherical, you know. But uh, we do imagine things like you could around. What is it? What's going on? Life is Roblox. Oh, but no, I would have seen you write it, but so yeah, back in my world, things are a lot more round. Things are a lot more advanced. But yeah, what's up? Yeah, yeah, of course. Depends. It depends. It can be a cube, but it also can be a sphere if you process it correctly. Yeah, we don't have those. We don't have Enderman. So, so there's no. We don't have an end dimension there. We have what I think it's called New Jersey, but so in order to get there, so I live on the west coast of the United States of America. Yeah, the left coast. Well, a lot of people call it. That's a lot. That's like something that a lot of people call it left coast. Yeah. So yeah. In order to get from coast to coast, instead of using like ender pearls or tridents, you would use these. So imagine a big iron car. No, not a big iron thing that goes really fast. That's what we call a car. Yeah, imagine like a really fast flying machine well, it's on the ground, so but yeah, it's kind of like a flying machine. So it doesn't use slime blocks at all. It uses tires to get around. Oh, hold on. Give me a second. Oh, sorry. Give me a second. Hello? Hello? Okay, sorry. We are back. Oh, I don't know. But what were we talking about? Oh, yeah, cars. So so tires basically they spin really fast, and that gets you around places, Like they drive you forward. Oh, yeah, this is a good demonstration. So you see the wheels on the minecart. Yeah, it's kind of like a minecart. Yeah, it's like a minecart. You see how it like rolls on the rails? Yeah, I could have said that. My bad. Yeah, yeah. It's like a really fast, really big minecart, you know. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, basically. You're it doesn't need a rail as well. Like there are like rail types basically, but you can just go anywhere you want. It's like a railless minecart. That's a good way to describe it. Yeah. Well, the wheels. So there's an engine in the front of the car there's a little compartment where you put so an engine so oh, this is going to be hard to explain. So it takes fuel, let's say. It takes fuel and it turns that fuel into like rotational energy. Yeah, basically. So when you burn, so when the coal burns, and it produces heat, right? And that heat causes, uh, it causes the air to get really excited, you know? What the hell? Oh, it's a microphone. Don't worry. Uh, it's not how it works. Okay. So the heat causes the air inside the engine to expand, right? Which makes it, which causes these little cylinders, you know, to like get pushed outward, and that outward force basically turns a thing, which yeah, basically yeah. Oh, we don't have another chair. There we go. Yeah. I do need these chairs. They're a part of the table over there. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, back on topic. We are way off course. Way off base. Oh, you don't want to know. Yeah. Well, it's a barren wasteland where there's no joy or color. So, like the old Nether, yeah, yeah, and there is still a chance you fall in the void there, though. So, yeah. No, we call them potholes, though. Not exactly. Yeah, we call them potholes. No, sorry, don't worry about it. Latest time I did cognition. So when I'm in these Minecraft worlds, I like to document what I see because everyone has its, unique gimmick, you could say. For example, this one is whenever you die, you lose a heart. We don't have that system back at home, so this is very weird, very iffy over here for me. So I kind of just lose a bit of myself. Yeah, I physically and spiritually lose a bit of myself. Yeah. So when I'm in these Minecraft worlds, everything's different. There's like a majority of the worlds are kind of the same. That's the thing. That's what I call vanilla Minecraft worlds. Because they're very, very vanilla, very plain, very nothing, you know? Yeah. And but there's a very it's very tiring. You mine a tree, you go to the end and that's it. You don't really have anything to do. But that's usually just me in a world alone. But it gets interesting when there's another person in that world. That's what's, and usually there's it's not really a two-person thing. It's usually like there's a lot of people in these worlds, and I don't know where this common term across like whole multiverse things can come from. It's not my business to deal with. I just absorb the culture, but it's what are called survival multiplayers, or SMPs. Yeah, SMPs, yeah. Which is a really odd thing. So, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, like, multiplayer. That at home we call players people. So, It's a weird like synonym though. That's just to use on people. I don't use. Really. Hmm. So. Hopefully this recording stays up. Jesus Christ. But yeah. Um. No, not at all. You associate that you associate player with that. Oh, you're okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. No, I could tell. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's all work 24/7. I am a massive workaholic, as it's known. No, I should. I don't though. Yeah, don't worry about it. Oh yeah, don't worry about it. Oh boy. Yeah, shoot. Usernames are hard. Yeah, a good old friend of mine. I sacrificed herself for the basically the good of the multiverse. You know. Well, I mean, what came first, the chicken or the egg? You know, it's that kind of question. Well, the multiverse was already a established thing. It was just dying by the time we arrived, basically. And you could say revitalized it, but she did not start the multiverse. There was already something there, you know. That's why I say is it like the chicken or the egg? Because at least to you, uh, it might have been basically the very beginning, you know, the Big Bang, if you know what that is. But to but to me, it was yeah, you could say that. I mean, that the Big Bang describes the start of a universe. Ow, ow! What the fuck did that? All right, all right. Yes. Mm, if I were to sacrifice myself, I don't think I don't think I would. It depends on when you would have asked me. If it were if it were up to me back then, I would have done it in a heartbeat. Yeah, you know, yeah, heart of life, you know. But if it were me now, I would have already found a way to restart it without sacrificing pretty much anything. Yeah, it's just energy. Some way that she's out there now, a version of her maybe, but the version, but The version that I knew definitely is long gone. Like, on a spiritual, atomical level, she is very much gone. I'm over it, though. I'm over it. Billions of years ago, technically. For me, it was like 25. Yeah, no. Am I for the queers? Of course I am. Here at Cognition, we love the LGBTQIA plus community. Buy our merch. Of course it is. I'm a part of the community as well. Uh this yeah, I am. No, they all sucked. Yeah. Yeah, they were all bad. Rebranding sucked. Never don't want to think about that one again. What were the other ones? Obelisk, that was a stone. That was stone. That was a rock. That was a rock that had a lot of wisdom and could open portals. I did. You know who Dwayne the Rock Johnson is? Oh, yeah, classic, you know. But who else was there? Um, that's about it. The fog was so the fog was literally a concept. The goddess of life was not real, and I already know a goddess of life. Not a great person, from what I know. Oh, that's a great question. I don't know either. No, wait, what? Am I finding out more about her even post mortem? Great, that's great. Okay. Oh Jesus. Uh, it was like, how do I say this? It was like getting beat by your school bully multiple times and asking for your friend, but they were in the corner in a beard, acting like they didn't know you. Yeah. Yeah, no, move on. We don't talk about him. Yeah, I don't like traitors. Yeah, I mean, you can still sacrifice your life and be a traitor to a country or something like that. What caused her to betray? Hell if I know. Up and left one day, basically. Came back, apparently, owned a plantation, really weird. Uh, and then became just different people for some reason. What do you mean? When what the whole farmer stuff, Howdy Names as she's called, is someone slimed the camera. Hello? I think someone slimed the camera. I can't wipe the camera really. Oh, it's falling off. Okay. Well, it would have been nice to leave a note. That's what should have happened. Left in like a really quick note. In, yeah, like I did. A slime ball would have been useful. And if the thing is, I'll be honest, that world was already doomed from basically the start. No one really. Piss was supposed to be kind of like the. Let me think. Kind of like the defense against the Skulk threat, but due to lack of experience and due to lack of intelligence, I'll be honest. Yeah, lack of intelligence. We didn't really do anything. So that world died very swiftly. It got. If it were still there, if a version of it were still there, I think there was a version of it still there, due to a previous run-in with Father Plur in the last Minecraft-esque world I was in. If that version of that is still there, it would be very much 100% Skulk, except for, like, let's say Obsidian and like Bedrock. Yeah, no, it was well, you could get a lot of experience there, but I think you would get assimilated. Very. Yeah, you would. Kind of. Rebirth is just a word that activates Skulk within the part of the brain, like a part of the brain that just controls, I guess. So, yeah, sleeper agent stuff. W2, so a few years had passed when I left her. I got recruited into a very great job opportunity. We're not on good terms anymore, but it was very, very nice to work at that place, which I will not name. Huh? No, this was in the transition between World 2 and yeah. So before I. Yeah, no, they will kill me. Kill me. They will kill me. Oh yeah, that 90% of it, I'd say. A lot of my experience comes from there. Before going into there, I was very, very naive, very I'm not I wouldn't say cold-hearted by that point, but very. Oh yeah, I killed a cat yesterday. So, on X to Everything app, I recently made an account. I recently made an account there. Yeah, on X to Everything app, owned by Elon Musk. I made an account there recently, and in my bio, I put mother of two because I am a mother of two. But uh, well, I was grilling this normie about their experience here, actually, because they also have X to Everything app owned by Elon Musk on SILLYSTEAL, apparently. Yeah, they have X here, Everything app. I, you know, yeah. Well, I mean, how do you? I mean, it's a very advanced technology. How actually, I've seen part of it myself. SpaceX is very big where I'm from. It is very interesting. Uh, so yeah, I was grilling this normie on a in the repost, and they brought up my kids. Very sensitive topic since I'm here. But I'm trapped here. Can't really see them. I don't. Yeah, no. My watch is complete. The way that I get there, my yokai watch. Yeah. No, wait, what? Uh, yeah, my the way that I get there is the to and around the multiverse is very broken right now. Uh, yeah, I haven't done that. Don't go. Yeah, yeah. Don't go into what I'm doing. Just upstairs. Uh, yeah, that tour. Yeah, we don't say anything I showed you on the tour, but yeah, that's what we're kind of doing up there. Yeah, I'm trying to fix my watch. My watch. My yokai watch. Okay, you got me. Yeah, my yokai watch. Yeah, I'll summon Shabanian. Yeah, the controversy on X to Everything app owned by Elon Musk. So Astra was talking shit on my. Yeah, I'll say the full name. Soda? Oh, I think it's Soda. I don't. Well. Yeah. Yeah. Just completely. Kind of just. Really grinding my gears, like hiding away, and just overall being a pussy, you know, and and then talking shit on my kids. Yeah, it really ticked me off. Oh, of course I do. They're the one of the few joys I have in my life. No, I'm cold-hearted to my kids as well. No, they don't know what's going on with me at all. They might. Yeah, hey, hey kids, I miss you. Yeah. No, not really, I'll be honest. No. Oh, yeah. So, wait. So, cognition is mainly just an information source, Uh, in case of, as what they say, knowledge is power. In case of a total world-ending threat, I go around and document possible threats, basically, and how they work, and so people can use that against the common enemy. could say that. Yeah, securing the world. You know, we don't really contain things. That's not. That's. We did do that on W1. We also did that a little bit on W3 with Spacey. Don't know what ever happened to him, but yes, very much so. Let me think. Survivors would probably only be not blue, cheese and me, honestly. Oh, no, no, I'm completely off that guy's radar now. Uh, for all I know, he still thinks I'm in that little pocket dimension thing, whatever that is. Uh, oh, the in between W-1 and W-2. Oh, W3 and now. So after W3, I. Sorry. God, my throat. Been talking for a long time. After W3, I sat in. I had to recalibrate my little portal thing. Because it was like. It was like trying to, hit something that wasn't really there to begin with. You're trying to go to a place and it just couldn't read it anymore. So, yeah. I'd say that I was in between, in an in between point, Like that's what I think. I don't know exactly where I was, but all I know is I was glad to be out of there. Yeah, it was very very bad in there. It wasn't fun. I had ceiling, I had floor. There was actually, if you kept going further, there would actually be walls. Believe it or not. So, yeah, I was in a giant box, yeah. It was isolating. Oh, the tree. So that was very shortly after I got put into there, I think, if I remember correctly. It's all hazy now. I don't think I did, actually. I think there was a big spider there, I'll be honest. Yeah, it looks yeah, it was remind me of some comic books I used to read as a kid. I don't really know what that was all about. I remember when I fixed the thing though, I came back. There's something very different, very very different though, about the multiverse. Something was up. Something was up with the water, dude. I'm telling you, something was. Yeah, so it was like the water was like alive. It was weird. The water was alive. There was a. I mean, I arrived in a pride parade. There were a lot of fruits everywhere. So. Yeah. So yeah, I eventually did escape, though. I wouldn't say escaped. I'd say escaped. It was kind of, it was fucked up there. I escaped. No, It was very isolating, and I didn't like it. Zero comfort. And he's... I kind of was the main character. Now that I think about it, I was kind of yeah, a little bit of humble brag. I was the MC of those times, I guess. Wasn't a fan of it. That means everything centered around me, which means everything bad happened around me. So, yes, heavily. I'm heavily traumatized. So that goes back on my World-1, or what am I talking about? W-1 time, where the Skulk ran very much rampant and threatened basically Obelisk, who, if that were to actually happen, would be very, very bad for literally everywhere else. Everywhere else. Oh, yeah, definitely. Like, from what I know, everyone was basically in the null, basically just either dead or dying. And Obelisk was kind of like the only other person there, holding it all together, moving us from place to place so the fog wouldn't get us. So for the stories of other SMPs, with that, that's the thing is, I've seen that kind of stuff, but the thing is, it's very possible that I'm wrong, I'll be honest. It's very possible that I could be wrong, or I could also be right at the same time. That's the thing. Great way to put it. Yeah, a superposition of truth. It could be true, it could also be false. So, with the way that a lot of universes work, in at least from what I've experienced in my certain part of the multiverse, I guess you could say, there's gods of kind of different levels. I mainly put them into two because it's easier. There's gods that rule over basically the planets and stuff, and like Earth, like ground, all that stuff, gods of let's say slime, god of water, god of earth, god of fire, god of void, god of chicken jockey. Yeah, there is a... No, I like saying chicken jockey. It's a good chicken jockey. I like lapis lazuli as well. Lapis lazuli. It's a very fun thing to say. Yeah, but then you get into the more powerful stuff. Like, for example, Obelisk, god of wisdom and god of passage. Passage is a very loose term. So god of god of the saliva going down your throats, I guess you could say as well. God of food going into your stomach. God of LA transportation. God of San Francisco public transportation. That doesn't exist. But there's that. But it's very possible in different sects of the multiverse that because a tree that contains everything, if it's a tree that contains everything, right? So that would mean it would contain itself. It's not counter. It's very paradoxical, yeah. But it could happen. Which you get into a bunch of theories where like, you see like a lot of TV shows, there's universes within universes, they're just really small and stuff, and and there's bigger universes that are literally so big that we're like in between atoms type stuff, you know. But you also but it's very weird. It's mathematics, all that stuff. Math is very weird. Once you get into the very advanced stuff, you get into the set of all set that contains itself, you know, all that stuff. It's so weird. Omniverse? Yes. I'm a firm believer in no, not like Invincible. I'm a firm believer in the Omniverse thing, which is how I think. So, when I go from place to place, more than often than not, they have their own belief system, right? I said that's so weird. Oh my gosh, I don't know what happened. But so let's say in this part of the multiverse, at least in our eyes, there's the tree that has that big spider, you know, that weaves everything. But in another one, there's a timeline that's just there's a universe that's layered on top of another universe, you know? And there's one where it's just a singular line going throughout all the stuff, you know? And like there's another one where let me think of it. There are just completely different gods, you know? Like let's say instead. That'd suck. No use crying over spilled milk, I guess. Well, no. Users of Sacrifice was very much. If it was in vain, that would really. It really does. That's really bad, actually. But the spilled milk in this case would be the multiverse that's gone, which would mean everything from that universe that I could possibly know is also gone, which means all my friends that I made during my time in all 3 of those universes are gone. And that means I can't contact them ever again, no matter what I do. You're funny. What a way. Yeah, hopefully. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'll try and update. Maybe I'll release the website to see what I can put out there. You know, maybe have it like a little blog space for me. You know, or I'll just use Twitter. Yeah. Give me a second. Yeah. Closing remarks. No, I don't. All right. I'll see ya. Hi, Plur. How long were you standing there? Okay. Yeah, that's fine.